Hello everybody, my name is Zach, aka the Weather Gamer, bringing in the third of our APA draft recaps here, joined by LordXie, coach of the Philadelphia Phantoms.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Okay, I wasn't sure if we had DC'd there or not, but okay. So, but yeah, similar to what we did with Shime yesterday and that and myself from 2 days ago, if you haven't checked those out. I'm just going to let LordXie talk about his team, his draft, interject if I see something. I mean, you guys get the picture. You hopefully saw my get to know you with Shime. Granted, LordXie and I have matched up in PCF and WWC, so I know him a little better than I do Shime, who was brand new, just met him in APA, so know each other a little better. Matched up a couple of times, but still, it's always good to sit down and hear another coach's thoughts on their team and that sort of thing. So, with that, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you.
Well, I started out the draft by picking up Lugia. This thing is it's really, really great mon. It has multi-scale as its ability, psychic flying. Has really great base stats, solid defenses, special, and solid HP. Decent speed at 110. Honestly, when I was in the middle of the draft, I wanted Mega Gengar, I think it was, and it ended up being sniped. So
it was picked, what, 2 picks before you? Aurora took it?
2 or 3.
Yeah. Because you were 8th, if I remember right.
So,
yeah, you were the 8th pick, right? Because it was Torn, it was Jack who sniped Marshadow, then it was Blinn, me, someone you. I'm pretty sure you were 8th. I don't remember.
Yeah, I was 8th, and it was Aurora Affinity that sniped Gengar the turn before me.
Yeah, that's the worst. Multi-scale is the ability that it's the one that Dragonite has, right?
It's the damage that Lugia takes
when it's at full HP, something like that.
So,
and then it's got pressure.
It lives hit.
Yeah.
So,
plus pressure, plus.
And then after that. I picked up Rotom Wash. It's a great pivoter, water electric with levitate. So its only real weakness is grass. It has defog. I've used it before in other leagues. I really like it. So
it's a very, very good mon. I used it season 2 and it's gonna do wonders for you as long as you know how to use it. Like, it'll be solid. It's a great pivoter, as you said. It's like water electric being one weakness. Can't be hit by ground types to protect your later mons in the draft. Like, I don't know. Like, after season 2, Rotom Wash has just grown on me, and I'm really glad that you got it because I wanted it on our squad somewhere.
Yeah.
So.
And coming into the third, picked up Como as my dragon type. Feel that Dragon Fairy Steel Core to have personally, and I've used Como in the past. Really great mixed attacker. I've loved using it in the past, so
yeah, it's
might
also
as well bring it on.
It's also got that soundproof ability, so you could always like sub D-Dance and then not have to worry about a hyper voice breaking through to you.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then it also has Overcoat as ability as well as Bulletproof.
Yeah.
So
no hail
I
damage.
want to bring a more defensive set.
Isn't it normally like defensive? Isn't it like base defense 120 something?
125. Yeah.
That's That is nightmarish. Add that and Lugia, and you've got 2 potential major walls there if you wanted them to wall. It's too bad that Kamolium Z is banned, though.
Yeah. Even without it, it's a really great Z user, in my opinion. So.
Yeah.
To mention that it also gets rocks, so.
This is true. Well, and that
something to think about.
That dragon fighting just is such an offensive typing. You're only weak to 2 types, I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah. It's just you're quad weak to fairy, and okay, I guess you're weak to quad weak to fairy, you're weak to flying, and you're weak to psychic.
Aren't I weak to ice too, or is that normal?
It's neutral because you're fighting type.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, if you're being that you're fighting type, you are super effective against ice, and ice is resisted, so it does help you there.
And after I picked up Pomo, I picked up Sylveon next, still thinking about the Fairy Dragon Steel Core. And Sylveon is arguably one of the best fairy types that isn't a Uber. Has wish passing potential. Its ability Pixelate is amazing, allows stab hyper voices. Yeah, I've used it many times.
Yep, it's a good cleric with Heal Bell. One thing that you could get shenanigansy with, because I thought about this earlier when I was talking about Espeon and that, to Shime, you could run Curse White Herb because all the evolutions get Curse. And then it also gets Baton Pass. Basically give Komao a free bulk up.
Yeah.
Or you could Calm Mind Baton Pass and give something like Lugia a boost. Like, the evolutions have so many shenanigans that you could do with them. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So, you got the dragon, you got the fairy. Did you go for the steel next?
Yes, I did. I picked up Mega Aggron as my steel type. Pure steel with filter is really amazing. It allows it to take hits from fire type moves and ground type moves. And it's really bulky and it allows me to have another rocker. It allows me to have a fairy counter for Komao.
And you've got it supported really well with Rotom Wash and Lugia, even though you have the filter ability. Your opponent's going to have to watch and make sure that they don't waste like a Ground EMZ nuke on either one of those two and have them be immune to it, or like a fighting nuke, Lugia just eats the fighting nuke.
Yeah.
I'm really, really glad that somebody has Aggron on our side, because Season 1 of APA, I got beat on the last game of the season by Toxic, stalling, wish passing, Mega Aggron, Olomola. So the fact that you have Sylveon and Mega Aggron that can do the same thing, I'm fine that it's over here and not on one of the competitors.
Mm-hmm. I've actually had these two before. So.
Okay.
After I picked up Mega Aggron, next to the Water, Fire, Grass core, and I picked up Delmise, Ghost Grass, decent Rapid Spinner, Spin Blocker as well. Really, really solid mon. I've used it before.
It's got a massive attack stat, doesn't it?
Attack stat is 131.
Damn, that is like.
Slap a choice band on that.
Yeah, well, plus Steelworker gives you like a 1.5 times boost to things like Heavy Slam and Anchor Shot, and suddenly that choice banded like heavy slam. What's your switch into that other than something that resists steel types?
I don't even see like things that resist steel type that they're still taking massive damage.
I mean, choice banded gyro ball. That's another option.
Yeah.
Choice banded iron head. Wow, this thing has actually a lot of really good steel worker moves.
Yeah, it does.
It's basically a steel type, even though it's not.
If it was a steel type, it would be 4 times weak to fire, but it's not, so...
It could be ghost steel instead.
Yeah, it could also be ghost steel.
Have we had a ghost steel type?
Feel like we haven't.
I don't think there's a ghost steel... I'm gonna look this up, and then I'm gonna feel really stupid, because we're gonna find one, and then it's gonna be like, oh yeah, some obscure mon.
Now 2.
I can think of 3 right off the top of my head.
Aegis Slash.
Uh-huh. Its entire line is ghost steel. How did I forget about that?
I don't know.
Wow. We're gonna pretend that didn't just happen. Yeah, they are...
I didn't remember it either.
They are the only ones that are or that are like that. Wow. Okay. So after Delmise, how'd you complete the core?
I picked up Emblor as a fire type. It's also really great with Choice Band and Choice Scarf. Personally, I wanted Darmanitan, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So...
At this point in the draft, with a 24-man, though, we were running out of fire types.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we were.
I mean, you had to go with Embor. I ended up with Magmortar. Like, fire types.
I mean, Magmortar is pretty good with Assault Whip. So...
It's also a good Z user. So.
True, too.
I didn't realize you could technically run a mixed Embor, because it's base 100 special attack. That's not bad.
No, it's not.
That'd be interesting.
And then with Reckless as its ability, think about like a Double Edge or a Flare Blitz coming your way.
Put a Choice Band on that as well? What takes that hit other than a very bulky water type? Like that's
I don't really see anything.
That's about it, is like a very bulky water type that could take that choice banded reckless flare blitz.
And then if I wanted to go special instead of physical, it has Grass Knot and Solar Beam.
Both of which counter the very bulky water types.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could run Z Solar Beam. Yeah.
Actually, this isn't a Z user, I don't think.
Oh. Well, if you choose to make it a Z user, you can burn one of your transactions, but I wouldn't.
I'll consider it, I guess.
I don't know. It's
something to think about, I guess.
Yep. Okay, so then
after
you grabbed a mon that did
after
not do
Emblor, I
anything.
decided to pick up a Alolan Muck. I needed a Dark type to counter the Psychic types. I've used Alolan Muck in the past. It's really great mon. Only weak to ground, and that's backed up by Rotom Wash and Lugia. So, it's a great berry. It's a great like one of them.
Curse, Recycle, Figgle, or not Curse, but
yeah,
Curse, Recycle, Figgy.
I've used that before with Snorlax, and I can use it again here.
I think Alolan Muck's an okay. Yeah, it's base 100 Spadef, so it's a pretty good Assault Vest user as well.
Yeah, that before it got the elemental punches. Remember back in Sun and Moon?
Yeah.
I used to use it with assault vest. It was pretty good on my team.
Well, with Alolan Muck, I used it Season 1. I'm officially passing my hacks to you on this one because Alolan Muck picked up, I think, 4 or 5 Poison Touch poisons, including a Poison Touch knockoff to a Mega Main that put it in range where the Toxic killed it.
That's wild.
So I give you the Mega, or the Alolan Muck Poison Touch hacks.
Gladly take those. After I picked up Alolan Muck, I decided to start picking up a couple special attackers. This is Meloetta. I've never actually used this before, but I've been on the receiving end of a 6-0 sweep because of it.
I don't know anything about it other than it carries Serene Grace, which is that ability that takes it doubles your chance of getting like the boost or whatever.
It doubles the chance of secondary effects happening.
Yeah, so like Shadow Ball drop or all that sort of thing. Paraflinching, that's what it's used for a lot, paraflinching.
And the fact that it gets the move that switches its typing, the chance to put that to sleep with Serene Grace.
Yeah, it's definitely a very complicated mon to have to prep for, because like if you bring base, you got a base 90 mon. If you bring the one or the move that changes it, you're now it's 128 speed. Like, you're gonna have to play around that. You gotta play around whether it's physical or special because of those stat changes. Like, is it the fighting type with 128 attack, or is it the psychic type with 128 special attack?
It's a guessing game each time I bring it.
It's gonna make prep a real nightmare.
I can't wait to use it. So after I picked up Meloetta, Zeb Striker here, I've never actually used this thing before, but I've drafted it recently on this team and another team. It has really great ability in Lightning Rod, Zipper.
It's got Motor Drive as well.
It's 2 electric immunity abilities.
I'll say this, and Shime said it earlier, you gotta have a fast electric. You gotta. Fast electrics are so crucial, and this is a fast electric at 116. Gives you a really fast volt turner.
I get the Motor Drive. I boost the speed by 1.
It's gonna force some potential Scarfers to have to be careful, because you take the electric hit, and now they're gonna have to have a Scarfer that can do that, or you're gonna force them not to volt turn around.
Or I could even be a physical attacker with Zap Zipper, bringing your grass type. I get an attack boost.
Yep.
It actually has a base 100 attack.
Yeah, it's definitely more of a physical attacker at base 100, but it's still extremely, extremely good. Like, and its move pool's not bad either. Like, it's got a wide variety of things it can do. I mean, it has access to overheat.
Has access to flame charge.
Yep, that's another
overheat.
Easy way to get your speed up. Like, just bring flame charge Sap Sipper and like what's gonna start checking into your wild charges other than a ground type or something that will absorb the electric type hit.
After I picked up Substrika, I decided to grab Yanmega all ground weak. It's a tremendous, great. It's a great mod with speed boost as its ability.
It's got a massive special attack
Tinted
stat.
lens as well.
Yeah, tinted lens. That's the one that makes everything like neutral, right?
That's the one that makes everything neutral.
And then like 116 special.
Specs on that?
Yeah, 116 plus specs. Oof.
Yeah.
It's not quite Vikavolt special attack hit, but it's still very high.
If only this thing got Baton Pass.
If this thing got
insane with speed boost.
Yeah, if this thing had Baton Pass, it'd be a lot higher up than like a tier 5 mon, tier 4 mon.
Yeah, it would be.
And so you had one more pick, didn't you?
My last pick ended up being Regice. I feel like Ice type is really nice to have on any draft. At that point, I was running a little low on points, so where Tears and Regice just kind of jumped out of me.
I mean, it's not like it doesn't have a base 200 SPDEF stat.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
You have a base 200 SPDEF and a base, what, 230 defensive mon in Mega Aggron?
I don't see how, like, a Regice Aggron defensive core, how is that going to be broken?
Phytinium Z.
And then I just bring Delmizen to counter that.
This is true. Firium Z.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't really have a... Well, I mean, Rotom's a bulky water, but it's not, like, thick bulk.
Wish I would have had a thicker water type, but at that point, like, a lot of things were taken.
It was pretty much down to Lantern was the last thick water type.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I'm glad that Regice is here.
The Reggies can put in work if someone doesn't prep for them, they can severely put in some work. I watched somebody last season in APA get body bagged by a Reggie Rock because it was Swords Dance Rock Polish.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the opponent didn't prep for that, and then the Reggie Rock just ran through the team. We'll see if Regice can get a...
People do the same.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's see if Regice can get a... get one of those.
I mean, unfortunately, it doesn't get Swords Dance, but...
No, but it gets Curse.
It still has a decent move pool. It does get Curse, yeah. You're right.
Curse, take a super effective move that doesn't kill you, proc the Cuts-Up Berry, explode.
Yeah.
Where have I seen that happen before?
Recently in a Wi-Fi league with Alolan Golem.
I was more referencing Shadow's Licky Licky that Swords danced and then Cuts-Up exploded.
Oh yeah, I forgot he did that.
Yeah, his week 1 match where he blew his Licky Licky up after Cuts-Up. Oh, Shadow. Devious. So, I don't know. This team to me has a lot of things that, like, I'm not comfortable with, but, you know, I think he'll do alright with it.
I do alright with it too.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like Lugia, Komao, Rotom Wash, Sylveon, Mega Aggron. That to me looks good. Like that I understand, that I can play with, that I have played with. It's like the Delmise through the Regice that just, I'm like, I don't know what these do. These don't seem to go together, but I know you've got plans for them, so.
Yeah. Can work, I think I can.
Yeah.
So.
Alright, well, we're going to call that for the draft recap for LordXie and his Philadelphia Fan Trumps. I keep calling them Fan Trumps because I start thinking there's an R in there, and then it's like, no, that's Trevenant that has the R. And you've told me about this. The Philadelphia Fan Trumps.
I don't know why.
I don't know either. I just, for some reason, think there's an R in there, and it's because of Trevenant, and it just... it's whatever.
It would make more sense to have an R.
Yeah, but then people would dress it with, like... God, what's the Gen 7 Mon? Young Goose's evolved form. I can't even think of it other than it's the Donald Trump Mon.
Believe it or not, in my Sun and Moon playthrough, it was on my team the entire time.
Gumshoes, that's it.
Yeah.
Gumshoes. People would just, if it was called Fan Trump, they'd just slap Gumshoes' hair on top of it. Such a weird mon. But yeah, so we're gonna call that. I want to thank LordXie for sitting down and doing this draft recap with me and interviewing that. It's a good way, I think, good team building thing for all of us just to get to know each other better, even though you and I know each other pretty well. It's also a fun way to get some of the other coaches out there so people can see, get people interested in that. And yeah, I definitely appreciate it. Please, guys, check out the links in the description down below. Twitter, go show Griffin Feathers some love. He's my amazing artist. Does all the work for me, did my logo, that sort of thing. Twitch, I should be getting back to streaming regularly. I know I missed one a few weeks ago, but that's because I messed up my throat. It's actually today because I'm recording this weeks in advance because we have to wait for Maine to finish their season before we can play, so we're just patiently, quote-unquote, patiently sitting here waiting for this. But yeah, go check out Twitch. Join the Weather Gamer server. It's a fun place. LordXie's in there. You can come hang out and chat with him if you want. All that good stuff. So with that, I'm going to get out of here. Do you have anything else you want to say?
Just wanted to say thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Not a problem. So we're going to get out of here. We'll see you guys later.